Data can be added to an existing or a new schema. To do this, you simply click on Add Data and then select the relevant data source. So there's four main types. There's database servers, which are typical relational or big data sources. There's flat files like CSV and Excel. And lastly, there's a variety of web services. You can also write your own custom SQL using custom SQL expression. To connect to a data source, you'll need different credentials depending on the type of data source. So if I click on Microsoft SQL Server, and for any typical database, you'll require the location. This is the IP address of the actual server machine that hosts the database, as well as login credentials like a username and password. To connect to flat files, you'll simply need to select with the location of the particular Excel or CSV file. For web services, you will typically need to get a token from the web service. So in this case, we're trying to connect to Google Analytics. You'll see we'll need their email and an authorization code. Clicking on the link will provide you with steps on how to actually generate that authorization code. When you do connect to a data source, you'll be presented with a list of available sources or databases. Clicking on the database will then bring up a list of tables. You can select one or more table that you're interested in viewing. If you're not sure of the information within that table, you can click to preview and it'll bring up some data related to the table. You can also perform a search. So over here, if you type in product, it'll bring in all the matching tables as well. You can also sort based on table or view or the type of data, and you can select more than one table simultaneously. Lastly, you can also specify the relationships between these tables. So you can import existing relationships, or you can create relationships based on the field with the same name. Once you've selected the tables, simply click on Add, and it will bring in the selected tables into the schema. You can see each table is represented separately, and the fields contained within that table are also listed over here.